What is up, guys? It's been a little while since we did some updates here in the garage, but this is kind of where we're at. We've been doing quite a bit around here lately, a lot of changes happening. We just dropped the slip angle promo for the new show that we're filming at Lime Rock, so if you haven't seen that, check that out, please. I finally got around to fixing those fucking leaky diff seals in the NB. So I'm actually gonna go for a road test in this tonight. And this is now with the 4.1 torsion. Like I said, for those of you just tuning in, I screwed up the seals when I transferred them when I transferred the diff from the red car into here. I think it's just because they were old and they were brittle, so I put new seals in. I didn't have to take anything off other than just the 2 bolts for the knuckles to give me the room to pull the axles out, and I was able to change the seals without dropping anything else. So we'll do a driving impression for that with the 4.1, the 6-speed. This is kind of due for a proper road impression, so we'll get that underway before the summer's over. RX-8, I just gave it a bath, but it's in really bad need of a detail. I usually try to take once a year and detail the whole thing from start to finish. Wow, look at my face. Holy shit, I'm all dirty. Can't believe my buddy let me go on fucking camera looking like this. But I am not a body and paint guy by any means, but I do enough to like try to keep the cars looking as presentable as possible. So I'm gonna be compounding the hood to get some of the oxidation from like the rain out of the paint, and then polish and then wax. All the flat surfaces that have imperfections like that, I'll be doing compounding on, and then probably just polishing all the swirls in the other spots. So if you guys want to see that, let me know. I could do a video on that. Although you're probably going to bust my balls because, like I said, I'm not a paint and body guy. So over here in this corner, we got a camera set up. And we got this guy. So this is Ryan Sear. Yep. Mr. Drive It Ryan is his YouTube channel. And he was one of the... look how fucking studly you are. I'm gonna play some sappy music in here. Ryan was one of the ones who reached out when I did a casting call for guys to come on board. We have him and one other guy.
Sat on his casting couch.
He sat on the casting couch. But no, we did some filming already at Lime Rock, which was awesome. We filmed our first podcast this weekend. So it was Ryan, the other Ryan who owns the MR2s, and then another guy that we brought on board named Matt, which you'll see more of him coming out in that episode, hopefully releasing at the end of this week. But we're going to be doing to expand the content on the channel, we're going to be doing some of Ryan's build here. So he has a 1997 R-Package Miata. He bought it with, what did you say, 52,000, 56,000?
56 now, yeah.
So really low miles, but he pulled the motor. We're doing a complete refresh on it. Just cleaning everything up, making it nicey nice. So you can see here we stripped everything off. We're gonna prep the block for paint to clean everything up like on my NB. Oil pump is removed. We're doing a video for this, so you'll see this as well. But we're gonna go over replacing every soft seal in the motor because I never did a video like that for the channel. We're not going to go crazy with the oil pump install because I already did one of those, but this is getting the full treatment.
Full GQM treatment.
The full GQM restoration treatment.
Nice clean build.
Hell yeah. So we'll be doing some more of that, and here's all his stuff.
Making your garage look messy.
Yeah, it's good. This garage doesn't get used enough as it is because I'm always working all the time. Let's see, other updates. So I used the FD for the promo for Lime Rock, but those of you who watched it may have seen that. Because again, the issue I ran into with the diff swap on the NB. I did get a new set of wheels and tires here. These are 15x8 Enkei RPF 1s. They're positive 28mm offset front and rear. Wrapped in a set of Toyo Proxy R1Rs. They're 225, 45, 15 front and rear. So I got these for a track day wheel and tire setup, and I wanted something that I can dual purpose between the NA and the NB. I have a set of 14x7 plus 19 RPF 1s with Hoosier A6s on them. If anybody wants them, I'm going to be selling them. I only went with the 15s for the wheel and tire selection. You can get race tires for 14-inch stuff, but you can no longer get like the 200 treadwear street tires. And that's really what I want to run. So those gentleman days that I run up at Lime Rock, the Axis shootout, The class is limited to 200 tread wear, so that's what I'm going to be running for that. Let's see, what other updates do we have? What else is going on, Ryan? I feel like I'm missing something here.
Podcast coming out soon.
I said the podcast is coming out this week. Yeah. I'm tired.
We always do these things late.
I know. We're always filming really late here. Doesn't work out so well. Oh, I know. Business stuff. Ooh.
Oh, that too.
Oh yeah, RX-8. I just clicked something on my camera. RX-8, my mid-pipe, that eBay mid-pipe that came with the silver parts card blew up. The exhaust hanger ripped off and took some of the steel from the car with it. So I have a new mid-pipe on order. I went with one of those stupid racing beats with the little pinched pipes before the flanges, but I wanted juicy resonators because I'm actually going to put a cap back on it, and I bought a racing beat cap back because let's face it, they do make the best rotary mufflers that handle the heat and the noise, and I don't want loud for a daily driver. So we're gonna throw those on the car, and then after those are on, I'm kind of it for power mods. Ooh, I do have a set of pulleys over here. Ooh, where are we? Lightweight pulleys. Just because I'm kind of reaching now for things to do to it. But after those are all in the car, we're gonna take it to the dyno and actually see what it makes. I have no idea what it'll make. I'm hoping somewhere around like 210 at the wheels, but that may not be possible. Who knows? So that's what's going on with the RX-8. Oh yeah, business stuff. So the other reason that I've been kind of all over the place is because I've been focusing a lot on the other business. And those of you who may or may not remember, I said I started another side business, which was the firearms business, GQ Armory. I am live with that. I'm actually turning a little bit of a profit, but I'm not pocketing it. I just keep reinvesting. I know it's a touchy subject for people. I respect everybody's opinion. I'm just going to put that out here right now. I was never a firearms guy until about last year when I actually fired a firearm for the first time and really educated myself on them. Fell in love with it. I know it's not for everybody, and like I said, I respect it if you're not. I'm not trying to start any wars or anything like that, but I hope you don't unsubscribe because of that, and just trust that I'm super pro-life. I treat them as a complete, absolute last resort. There's nothing irreplaceable more in this world than a human life, so firearms are an absolute last self-defense option in my opinion. But anyways, if you guys want to see a little bit more of that and kind of what I've been doing, I've been selling online. I've been learning, setting up wholesale accounts with that. I have about 10 accounts now with a bunch of wholesalers, and that's pretty cool. Actually, why don't we let's take a little walk. Ryan, you gonna be okay, buddy?
I'll be all right.
You just give me a holler if you need anything, all right, man? So it's been a great learning experience because I'm launching the business from 100% scratch, and I'm not a business guy. I'm a fucking IT guy, so I'm just kind of like diving in, not knowing what the hell I'm doing, but it's kind of working out so far. And I even turned a $400 and something profit last month, and I think that's pretty good for third month into it. And the first month was like kind of like really a half a month. It's gonna get dark in a second because it's upstairs. So I'll give you guys the full effect here. But basically what I've been doing is with every profit that I'm realizing, I just keep reinvesting into the business. And so far it's going pretty good, doing like just regular sales and kind of expanding some of my offerings. But I'm working on bids for my local police department. One of my friends from high school is actually the sergeant down there, and he's in charge of a lot of the equipment ordering, so I'm putting together a bunch of bids for him, and he even said that like if they can keep the business local in the town, that's always more ideal than shopping out of state, which is who they buy from now. So I'm pretty competitive in my pricing. There is some challenges with online companies that order massive amounts of inventory. They'll take very little margin on a lot of their stuff. So that's one of the challenges that I have found getting involved with this, is that there are people that will come in and say, well, I can buy it for this much online. And it's hard because they'll literally take a $15 margin on, you know, a several $100 firearm. And it doesn't do much for somebody like me locally who's going to transfer it to them, because it takes about an hour to transfer a firearm, perform the background check, and do all the paperwork. And you got to keep the paperwork for 50 years in the state of Connecticut because we have very strict firearms laws. So I'll give you a quick tour here. This is the firearms room. I have a safe, don't really keep too much in it. Everything else is kind of laid out here, but I really wanted like a nice cozy atmosphere, very cozy firearms experience. It's never really a walk in the park, and there's always, it's not easy, unfortunately, to contrary belief that like it's easy to just go and buy a firearm. There's actually, it's quite a process, and one of the things that I'm trying to play off of is actually having a more relaxing experience. So I picked the table. I kind of basically set up this whole room around this table. I love the rustic wood. I got a little wine rack in here with some wine bottles. Let's see, I'll add some more light here. But I wanted it to be cozy, and I wanted it to be a relaxing place to fill out all the background check paperwork and all the transfer paperwork. I love this table. I absolutely love it. It took me a long time to actually find somebody who had it and would be able to ship it. I wanted a nice workbench for just some clean work, mild gun work, gunsmithing work, if I gotta fix something up for somebody. So I have the workbench here. You can see a lot of my crap here. Credit card kiosk. I have 2 payment card processors. One I set up for the website, GQArmory.com, and then the other, which is an in-store terminal here, which is with Clarent Merchant Services. And then I have my display cases here. I was really kind of going for like a John Wick type of theme with all the nice lighting and whatnot. I'm not going to go too much in depth with what I'm doing, but basically any profits that I make, I just keep reinvesting and buying more inventory and expanding all of my offerings. So I got some parts and accessories here, some ammunition down below. These are build kits for a lot of Glock components, and then just various manufacturers of firearms and different models. Those of you who are into it probably will recognize some of these. A couple 6 Hour Legions there, 229s, some 1911 stuff, Silencer Co. Maxim 9s. I also applied for what's called an SOT Class 3, so I can deal NFA items, which are suppressors, which I have some in here, also known as silencers. These are integrally suppressed handguns. Yeah, I could do short barrel rifles, machine guns, like the whole nine pretty much, anything that falls underneath the National Firearms Act stuff. Joe Wall Jewelry here. This is Joe Wall Design Jewelry. He's a friend of mine. He does firearms inspired jewelry. So his lineup really kind of fits with the atmosphere that I'm going here, because I'm more for like the classy side of firearms. There is a little bit of a classy side of firearms. It's not so much all this like knuckleheaded like tactical attack everything. So that was what I was kind of trying to play with on that. But the business is going well, and everything that I'm learning is universal, and you're gonna see like a lot of this now like kind of transferring over to the Garage Quinn Motor stuff. And Garage Quinn Motors is kind of ultimately gonna go away. We're gonna be changing the channel and moving more towards a media outlet. So myself and the 3 other guys that are involved, we want to expand what we can offer. I can't give it 100% full time because I work a full-time job still. I do the firearms business on the side. I basically work all day, every day until like 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, and then I go to bed, wake up, and repeat. And it's fine. I don't want it to sound like I'm poo-pooing or complaining, but this is the sacrifice that you have to make when you want to try to push ahead and get somewhere. Everything in life comes at a cost, and there's got to be sacrifices to be made, and that's kind of how I got to where I am now. It's just full of sacrifices. So, ooh, I just thought of something. Check this out. Pick this up this week. $200 freaking. This will be good for future projects. Transmission and differential graveyard, kind of graveyard. But bam! Look at this giant ass fucking thing. So we're gonna be doing some sandblasting soon for a lot of Ryan's parts. This is a big old bastard. 200 bucks. Everything's in there to make it run. I just gotta run the air hose out here and hook the pedal up. Old ND Miata transmission. Some of these are good, some of these are bad. 4.77 diff. I don't know if I'm going to keep that. That's a Torsen. I'm probably going to sell that. And then there's the clutch diff and 4.3. We're going to be doing a rebuild on that to eventually stick back into the NB. 14x7 RPF ones. If anybody's interested in these, like reach out to me on Instagram or something, or through garagequinn.com on the contact page. And we could talk some numbers. So, I think that's kind of it. So a lot of things are happening around here, and a lot of good things. And we're aiming to air the episodes of the Lime Rock show come the fall. Kind of when people are more settled in. Summertime's not a great time to really release good content because the YouTube traffic's just kind of lower. So we're probably going to be doing those episodes then. But if there's anything you guys want to see, or if you have a tuner car that you would like tested, we have a bunch of equipment, and we could feature you on the show. And it's a very safe, very relaxed environment. I can explain more. Please feel free to reach out to me. We're focusing on the tuner cars of the 90s, but we're kind of open to anything. So I have 1 minute left of film on this card, so I'm going to end this one here. That is it for this one, guys. Stay tuned for many more great things to come. Say goodnight, Ryan.
Good night, everybody.
That's it, guys.
That's me.
There's Ryan. What a fucking stud. Next time.